Hi all, welcome to my first renovation vlog, I guess. Vlog, I'm so used to vlogging. I'm going to be talking paint, learning more about that myself, and I just had the flooring guy around for the office where I pulled up the carpet. And you know, classic, we found loads of other things wrong with it. So this is the office, still quite a few boxes. But I pulled up the carpet and we can sand that, that's fine, getting the white. But then we found, well, he found, these, this is very interesting, I know, don't judge my footwear, let's take that off. Boards that are like bouncy because they're not on a joint or something like that. Yes, I'm very technical, I know. So it's going to take a bit longer, but the thing that I was trying to explain to him was that I don't want it perfect, and it reminds me of when I do like my makeup IGTVs and I'm always like, I want it to look dumb but not dumb. And I was saying that to like a flooring guy who was like, yeah, it's gonna look new, and I was like, I don't want it to look new. I want it to look old but just have, you know, a bit more uniform to it, I guess, because the wood in the other like, see this wood here, like I love this in the hallway, but apparently it can't look like that because that's old. So it's not old, it's been redone, but a few years ago obviously, so it looks a bit more worn, which I quite like. So we're going to try and do a wash off something that will make it look more like that, but also I need to replace some floorboards because there's quite a gap in between quite a few of them. So trying to figure out what I want for that, and how fast I want it done. I had wanted it done quite quickly because I don't really want to unpack all my office stuff because so much beauty stuff until I get the floor done, because I'm gonna have to just take it all out, and once it's unpacked it's quite like bitty, so I'd rather do it before I've properly unpacked. But I'm thinking if it's like the case of doing the flooring properly and so that it lasts, I think probably worth the wait. But then I don't think I can do it this side of Christmas, which is annoying, but that's fine. I think I'll just the pink rug that I used to have in my living room, I think I'll just put down in here, and then that kind of covers like a lot of the floor, and hopefully I won't, you know, fall through a floorboard or anything like that. But now I'm very excited. I've got my Farrow & Ball virtual colour consultancy, so I'm having someone help me on the Farrow & Ball consultancy team, help me decide what colours I'm going to paint everything. This is the this was like a deeper bluey green, and we've put the base coat on because that colour was just not me. But now it also looks sky blue, which is also not me, but preferable to the dark colour for me. But I'll probably go like a neutral in here, and I think I want to do pink in the kitchen, because I think that would be really nice with like the wooden countertops there and stuff. This is still so messy, so sorry, but yeah, this colour, again, it's just so cold. I want, as you guys probably know, love a warm pinky shade, but I don't want it to be too girly. I want it to be, I think with this house, because I bought it, I'm really like, I need to be like an adult. Not that I think my rented flat was an adult, I don't think I'm a particularly girly girl. I'm aware that I like pink and I work in beauty, so like that can be misleading. But I just love pink because it makes me really happy, and I want like a kind of burnt, dusty, something like that kind of colour. So I'm really interested to see what they say, because they're going to tell me about like, you know, like where the light goes and like how different shades of whites and neutrals can look in different light. But look, it's starting to look like home. Got some flowers. So yeah, I'm gonna jump on that now, and I'll film it for you guys as well, of course.
You see me and hear me?
I sure can. Can you see me and hear me?
Yes, hello.
How are you doing?
Finally, sorry about that, Emma.
That's alright.
Because I said to test me, it seems. How are you, anyway?
Pretty good. Very excited to chat to you and hear your opinions on stuff.
Okay, so I've looked at my flat online.
Yeah.
Instagram profile that you've got there. So you've obviously, how long have you been in?
I moved on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're getting used to how you're going to use the space and everything now?
Yeah, about getting there, yeah.
You are working canvas at the moment, but what's the sort of feel that you want overall? It seems you're quite into these sort of really soft, muted shades.
Yeah, definitely. I'd have a look as well as the flat upstairs. I only started that like a week ago. Have you looked at my just Emma profile as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like something, yeah, very simple, definitely. But I don't want it to be like boring. I think I quite like dark wood, like kind of, you know, I've got my big white sofa here, like stuff like that, like quite classic in that sense. So I want something that will go with it, but isn't just kind of necessarily a white, which is what I've just kind of always done out of ease, really.
Okay, so if you're into those sort of more muted shades, is there a tone that you really don't like? So some people just don't like green or don't like a red. Is there anything particular?
Yeah,
that
neither of those would be for me.
If we're looking, if we're looking at the sort of overall
Yeah.
colour chart.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Dimity.
Yeah.
As an option, which obviously has a slight pinky base there. Then you've got all the lovely pale soft pinks, big browns, setting plaster, those sorts of tones, which also, you know, I can see working.
Yeah.
With all that. Now the things that we can do, it's even, do you like the woodwork a different colour?
Okay.
I'm talking skirtings, I'm talking windows, doors. You know, how do you feel about the woodwork? Because sometimes that's quite a consideration.
Yeah, I think so. In here, there's they're just kind of white.
Yeah.
And they had a kind of, I think it was actually a Farrow and Ball colour. It was a kind of bluey.
I think it was pigeon.
Yeah.
Something like pigeon or oval room blue.
So I think they had the kind of, I quite like the white windows. I think I'd want the skirting in that to keep that kind of the basic, I think, and then have the tone on the wall. Almost kind of not noticeable, not white, but it isn't. That's not super annoying.
No, that seems absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Well, I thought of, you mean...
These are the colours.
You've got your archive pack, you've got your normal colour block. So look at your normal colour block and look at Dimity.
Dimity, yeah.
On here, so it's, I mean, where is it? If we go to the colour block, you sort of dive in about a centimetre in, and you should be more or less there, maybe a little bit more.
New white.
About, yeah, it's a bit, just a bit over a centimetre from the front.
We'll just do like a flick, don't you? Go, got Dimity.
So,
yeah, got it.
Yeah, so that's your Dimity. So if you actually put it onto your wall, can you do that?
Oh yeah, sure, okay.
If you just hold it on your wall, you'll see more as a colour on your wall than you will when you look at it just
Oh
on
wow,
this
yeah.
colour.
I see what you mean. Sorry, I'm out of shot, but very much doing that. That's really nice. Because did you say that has pink undertones, that one?
Yeah, that has pinky undertones with it.
That's really
It's
lovely.
just a really soft, lovely colour. If you didn't want to put the colour on the walls, this would give you a really nice, warm, comfortable, relaxed feel to the room.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? And similarly, setting plaster works very nicely
Yeah.
as well, but it's obviously slightly heavier tone.
I think the thing with the pinks, because I do love pinks, but I'm like wary of them being girly, I guess.
I think there are girly pinks and there are more sophisticated historical pinks. And
Yeah.
I think, you know, with pink ground, that and setting plaster are slightly more classic than the girly pinks that tend to be more pastel-y. So, you know, if I was thinking girly pinks, you'd be looking at Middleton, maybe calamine.
Yeah, so these are I quite like these, that they're like they're kind of grown up
quite
pinks.
sugary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think setting plaster is really nice as well, because it almost has got that kind of brownish vibe to it, which I really like. It, you know, you wouldn't necessarily call that, if it was alone, a pink.
Yeah, a pink, no.
And it looks really nice with Dimity actually as well.
It doesn't have the tendency to appear a pink.
Yeah.
it would be, it's just, you know, we could use that. It almost becomes a bit in the palette of, you know, these sort of pinky, taupey colours as well. So,
yeah.
What are you thinking about the whole idea of colour, or would you like to just keep it really, really simple as well?
I think
you could do the whole thing in one colour.
Yeah, I think I'd want to keep it simple in that respect, but I think, oh, it's really hard because almost this room gets really, really good light.
Yeah.
So I like, or if it was like a smaller room, setting plaster, I'd be worried that it might kind of, the deepness of it could almost kind of close it in on itself perhaps.
Yeah.
But in here, I don't know, it might work a lot. Like next to Dimity, it makes Dimity look very cream. You know?
It's a tricky one. Dimity sometimes can look more of a, it's definitely got a pinkier undertones. As to whether it shouldn't really look too cream. I think when you're looking at anything against the white, you're always in danger of everything looking stronger than it really is.
True, yeah.
Because all you're seeing is the contrast. But when you have contrast against itself as a colour,
it doesn't look, it looks normal. It looks,
reads as
yeah.
a white.
Yeah. It's funny that, isn't it?
Just we're reducing all the contrast levels down.
Yeah. Thing is, so I think, so this is the kind of front, this is the living room, of course. But it's next to the kitchen, and I think with the kitchen, I do want to do like an actual colour pink. And so I'm almost thinking if I just keep it kind of like with the Dimity, like kind of classic in here. And then in there's where I have the colour fun.
Well, this is it. I mean, you've got to think about what, you know, all areas of your flat almost as one.
Yeah.
You know, because it is compact in that sense, and you do want that flow to continue throughout the room.
Right.
And we can do that link. It can either be through the tonal qualities of the paints that we choose. It could be through the woodwork. It can be through the flooring that you do. You know, there's always an element of that we can link together. It's just, you can be really simple. So Dimity throughout on all the woodwork, and then introduce the colours in different areas as you go through the flat. If that's the way you feel that it will be more comfortable for you, is doing the colour, the least colour in the room that you spend the most time almost.
Right. Okay.
Because if you're working in there, obviously you want some flexibility as well to change that backdrop for you, because a lot of it is online. So then you get the, you know, with your accessories, you can add in the colour. And
kind of play around with those being the kind of more the feature.
I mean, you know, it's about how you see, you could create colour blocks.
Okay, so that was really interesting because lots of things came up that I would have not thought about. I didn't film the whole thing because it was over an hour, so that would have been a bit much to watch me on FaceTime. But these are kind of the colours. I mean, okay, let me tell you something that I didn't realise. So thinking about the colours of the door frames and also the doors, and that if I'm doing kind of neutrals in here, that I'd maybe want those a bit darker, which I hadn't thought at all. And also the banister, kind of doing something similar with that to kind of keep that, because there's all these kind of bitty bits. Doing that a slightly darker shade as well, because I'll have like the same shade kind of, oh, not there, throughout here. And then in here, have a slightly warmer pink, because I really don't love this colour. But then also having the frame a different colour, and then thinking about how the colour would look with the cabinets and lots of different lights. Because again, like think how light it's there, or the light would be there. You can even see like all the different lights, so that already makes that colour look a really different shade in loads of places. And that, like, you know. So it's now Friday, and I managed to get rid of the boxes and put my big Westell mirror there. Just for the moment. I think eventually I'm going to have big curtains that go down along the whole thing, and then hide a TV in there, because I don't want the room to be centered around a TV. I don't like that. But for now, because this is in the office, I thought that would be good. Yeah, it's looking good. I just really can't wait for next week to paint these walls. But it feels definitely more like home, having had like less boxes. Oh, and I got my lampshade. Isn't it beautiful? She's so gorgeous. It's a 60 centimeter Hay Design one from House, spelt in the German way. And I just thought it looked really nice. Kind of, I can't really get the full frame, but yeah, it looks really big and nice above the sofa like that. I quite like that look. And then yeah, less, still a few boxes, but less over here. I can kind of see it as a normal place. I think I'm going to get rid of this IKEA one. Onwards and upwards. This is my lovely West Elm one over here. Ooh, sunshine. Appreciating any moment of sunshine in November. Just testing the flooring in my bathroom, so I thought I'd bring you guys along. Came downstairs to get my camera. So this is the upstairs bathroom, the attic bathroom, which I'm doing first, like actually quite soon. I had contractors around, they were like, yeah, we can start like next week. I was like, oh fuck. Was not expecting that fast, but also very happy. So the light in here is so nice because it's got the skylight, so I'm very appreciative of that. Bed. Oh my god, I did that thing where I ran up the stairs again. But it's going to be great because then it's going to just make my job, hopefully, in terms of my blog job, so all things skincare, nice having a nice bathroom, and I can film in here really easily. So let me show you the tiles. This is the Zalega that I'm hoping to have on the wall. I'm gonna have that everywhere. These are all a little bit of a different color, but I just wanted to see them in the light and keep them in here to test throughout the day. Then I'm actually really loving this calcite one from Domus as the floor one. It's got this like really nice texture that like it's actually a texture, like it's actually indented, and I just really like that feeling of I don't know, I'd like bringing nice organic textures in, and I think it looks really nice with that tile too. But I also do like this one from Claybrook, but I'm almost thinking if this one just looks a bit, I don't know, girly, it's like too pretty. You know, this is the current floor and walls. They have this like kind of just simple grey. It's just not my favourite. And I also like this one. I mean, none of them are the wrong choice, that's for sure. But I just want to like see them. I do like that. This would be on the floor. They're all nice. All lovely textures. I mean, it is quite nice being able to stand on this one, but that's maybe because the sample's so big that it's making me think that it's the best one. But it feels lovely underfoot. Just like the texture of it, because these are textured, but they're smooth. Like there's more, the texture is like a look, but they're actually smooth. And I kind of like that this one is almost, I don't know, porous. But yeah, this is my very fun morning. Either way, I will make a decision. Actually also need to see how quickly I can get them, because apparently there's like quite a bit of backlog at the moment with ordering things from suppliers, so maybe that will be the deciding factor. But I also don't want to rush just so that it's done. Doesn't sound like me at all. But I can't wait till this is all Zalega behind me, and I'm gonna have my oval cabinet that's a mirror that you can't, because the trouble with having a slanted roof is that anything that's square, oh, what did I do? The angle feels very like harsh. So my sister, who's helping with me with interior design, cleverly suggested like an oval mirror, and then the cabinet is like behind it, but the mirror kind of goes around the cabinet. And I really like that, so then it will be like a bit softer. And I'm gonna have a floating sink, which is like a big bit of resin, and then just the sink is like a dip in it, but there'll be more kind of space, because this one is so tiny. Literally, it's so small. I don't understand why. Like, not even that way, just this way. Like, almost every time that I brush my teeth on it, I miss the sink. Because without banging my head, there's like not, I have to be like, it's quite an effort. So, yeah. Can't wait to redo that. But to be honest, you know what, I was like super judgy of these bathrooms before I moved in, and once you start using a bathroom, you're more just like, oh, actually it's fine. And I think also once it's got my products in and stuff, the same with the downstairs one, and Fred the duck, yeah, with, you're like, oh, it's okay. But also I'm going to be changing, so this has got this middle, also just, anyway, no judging, Emma. This is really fun because when I first used it, or I mean like, and it still is, I haven't been able to change it, the water goes like in all directions, like it comes out of the door. So I don't, and also I want a smaller one so that I can like clean and wash down the walls a bit easier. So I'm going to have one that's on the wall, and that has like a little mini one as well, so that I can just, you know, move it around more easily. But you know, but I think I've made this cabinet look quite nice with the bits. I think once you put things that are yours and that mean something to you, aka for me, beauty products, much nicer. Everything looks nicer with a bit of, you know, high-end beauty products that cost too much money, basically. But yes, so this is the bathroom update, and hopefully soon I'll have like an actual change. I'm really conscious of like not being able to do like huge before and afters at the moment because nothing's been like hugely done, but I'm hopefully getting the painting, the wooden flooring done next week, and then the week after that this bathroom, which they said will take 10 days. I've decided to get a one kind of almost, I don't know what they would call, an agency contractor, not the contractor, they like hire the contractor, but basically they can hire people for each stage. Because it's just me and I'm not super versed in like how to find the best whatever, I'm just using one company that are going to be able to just like outsource everything. So I've told them what I want. They're like, great, they can get different people in for all the different bits, like demolition, doing the tiles, the plumbing, electrics, you know, installing the new bits and all that, because then it's just like, I know that it's all done. It's not like the tiler will turn up and be like, oh, who did this job before or whatever, you know. It's more, it's like they all know the goal and they can all talk about it before. I'm hoping this is, I've also like never had anything like this done, so all a big learning curve, I guess. Aha, it's an attractive angle. On the old laptop, I'm trying to see if there's actually maybe one shade warmer of that calcite, that really nice texture. Just because I think the clay brick ones, the smaller ones, were quite nice in terms of the warmth. And because I think the Zelega tile that I'm going with is a little colder than I had anticipated, and they're kind of harder to switch up shades, that actually maybe the floor will be a bit warmer. I don't know. Aha, well, look at this. So I think what ones did I have? That one, surely. Hey all, so I cleaned the windows today, which was very satisfying. I did these ones inside, and I'm going to get someone to come and do them outside. But I managed to do the skylights upstairs, both sides, and that was really satisfying. Like little things I want to do, like oil some wood as well, things like that I can do, as I'm having hopefully some painting if the paint turns up, and the wooden floor sanded and everything in the office this week. So I want to like still kind of be doing things, because I'm like, I just want things to happen. But I'm also like trying to appreciate that not everything can be done, and it would be really boring if everything was done. It's more just that like I want the walls painted so that I can unpack, because I haven't like unpacked properly these guys, because I'm not going to put loads of stuff on the shelves, just to basically take them off. Yeah. And I'm trying to like be realistic with like what I can actually achieve. So I've written down like what I can hopefully do this year and what I can do next year. So let me show you. So this week, these are my goals because they're doable. So this week, the floor's going to be done, and the things I need to move out. Sorry about my really scripty writing. Paint, I'm going to get some samples as well. I need to find new drawers because my big chest of drawers, it doesn't fit anywhere, sadly. And I'm going to order some curtain samples and rods. So that I can try kind of start thinking about that, because that's what I would want to do ideally next after I've painted in here and unpacked, and then I can get some lovely curtains, and then I'm going to hide my TV. I think I've shared that already in the middle, and I quite like that mirror there now, but I think because I'll have that one on the wall here, that it'll be a bit mirrory if there's more. But you know, there's never enough mirrors. But I think that's probably more of an office one. But yeah, I think I keep feeling like, not like stressed out, obviously massive first world problems, but like really like overwhelmed, because I've like never done anything like this before. And like if I make a wrong decision, I think I know what I like visually, but there's loads of like specifics to things that I hadn't thought about. Like with the paint, they were like, oh, do you want to do the woodwork as well? And I was like the skirting and the doors, and I was like, oh yeah, I do, that's a good idea. But just like stuff like that, like you haven't thought about, or like with the bathroom, the contractors just ask me stuff, and I'm like, fuck. I need to think about that answer, because I know I want things to look, but obviously to end up a certain look, there are more specific things when you actually go to do them that come up. So it's kind of learning those things and hoping I kind of like make the right choice, and just, you know, like texting my sister too much and annoying her, asking her for her opinion. But that's what sisters are for, right? So yeah, that's my kind of check-in today. Is I've cleaned the windows and I've made a list. Nailed it. It's only Monday, it's fine. So I have a working washing machine, which is great, which you can maybe hear because I had like 2 weeks worth of washing. But I've had to move, and this isn't even all of it, some boxes, a lot of boxes from the office into here, because I'm having the wooden floor done in a couple of days time. So I want to get it moved so that that room is empty, so they can do the flooring really easily. But it means that this is going to be a bit tight, but c'est la vie. It does feel a bit claustrophobic though, because I feel like I just find it a bit like, oh my god, I can almost unpack, but actually I still need it to be painted in here. So I'm going to do the floor this weekend in there, and then the paint is hopefully going to be early next week, and then those rooms are done and I can actually unpack in them, because I've kind of been very boxy still, so I'm like hiding some bits there too. The office still needs, ooh, interesting, with all my lights. I normally shoot in daylight, so there's still quite a few bits in here, but yeah, this floor's getting done, so it'll be worth it, right? But yeah, it makes I'm like really excited, but also feel quite, I don't know, like nervous, I guess, because it's like the first big thing, and I'm kind of worried that I'm gonna do something wrong, or not wrong, I'm not doing it, but I guess make a wrong decision or something. But I'm sure it'll be fine. And you know, wrong decisions happen, and that's part of life, but that's just my motto at the moment. Yeah, these will all be a bit more like the floor over there. So this is my workout for today, that's for sure though. Doing my like real like squatting and picking up boxes, because I do not want to mess my back up again. So yes, that's the fun today. And then also I'm gonna have to get rid of this, which I've loved, that's been my vanity for ages, mainly because that foot keeps falling off, but also it doesn't fit anywhere. As you can see, it sticks out there. And it's too big for my bedroom, but it's really handy that it's so big. And it's just in here, the main cupboard's going to be the beauty cupboard. Sorry, I'm in such like relaxed clothing. So trying to figure out, one, where to put that in the meantime, and two, what I'm going to replace it with, which is really, you know, lots of thinking going on, guys. But yeah, that's my little update from today. Oh, have I shown you I got a plant in the bathroom to go with Fred? Ooh, cute, right? Hey Fred. Let's have a little zoom on Fred. There he is. God, I know how to have fun. But yeah, this is the plant who's called Winnie. Winnie and Fred. That's my check-in for today. Hopefully next time I check in, the wooden floor will be in progress and then done. Yes, and then I can unpack my office. Thank the Lord. So this is after the first day of the floor being done. I've filled in the holes, which is kind of these darker ones, but then it'll all be sanded tomorrow, so there'll be kind of more of a uniform colour. And put the fillets in to dry, which is what fills warmer and less drafty, and then it just kind of, you know, less spiders and stuff. And then these will all be sanded tomorrow, and then we'll put the stain on as well. So getting there. So the living room has got even fuller, so I've put my bike in and this chair from the office as well, but just for the weekend. And I've just ordered my bathroom fittings, which was a bit of palaver because the sink was out of stock. There's literally all this stuff that I'm like, oh my God, I'm so old. Not old in a bad way, just like laughing at myself, reading people up like, can you just tell me the spout projection on that? And I'm like, what? Like even 2 weeks ago I would have been like, what are you on about, Emma? But now c'est la vie. Yeah, I feel a bit overwhelmed maybe, because like things are happening and it's really exciting, but also, I don't know, I think I was saying the other day, like scared I'm gonna do something wrong, but it's just flooring and paint really to start. I guess the bathroom's bigger decisions, but everything's nice. It can't be that bad, right? Touch wood, just in case. And then there's a bit of delay on my paint, so that's gonna have to be a bit later next week than I thought, just because of COVID and stuff, which is fine. But just, I think my stress is that obviously I'm still working, and obviously I have to shoot a lot for work, and my stress, even though most of the time I do skin stuff, so I can shoot quite close up for that luckily, but I just still feel a bit like, oh God, what if I can't shoot? But that hasn't happened yet, so it's more of a, you know, classic fear that actually won't ever be a reality, but your mind's just telling you to stress out about it. But yes, it's the end of the week, so I'm gonna do a bit more work for the rest of the afternoon, and then try and chill out tonight. Okay, so just wanted to give you an update of day 2. Ooh, let me put a light on because the light bulb has blown. Of the floors, we've sanded them, filled them, and put the lacquer on. Not the lacquer, the stain, sorry. And I am so happy. Yes, so this has to dry, which is why I'm not going in. Oh, it's more than I was expecting, to be honest, so I'm very happy. It smells all very kind of lacquer like, or white spirit like rather, because we diluted it a little bit. I'm just not going in because I don't want to get it on my shoes, on my slippers. I'm so happy. I was quite worried last night that it was going to be really orangey, but it's not. And I love how dark it is. Now I'm excited of what colour paint to choose, and I'm actually glad I haven't chosen it yet, because I'm glad I saw the tone of this floor, like of how the wood came out, before choosing. It just looks, oh, makes me so happy. That fiddle has definitely had it though. I'm just so happy with it. And I'll show you the finished look tomorrow once they've done the lacquer as well, which is kind of like, I don't want it really glossy because I don't like a like reflective wooden floor, because I find that looks really like fake almost, which is a shame because obviously this is real wood. So we're getting just like a satin finish, so it looks kind of more like the floor here, which is what I kind of wanted. But almost now this almost looks like yellowy, I guess. Actually it kind of looks like there. I mean, I'm gonna wait till I see it in daylight as well, obviously. But yes, that's my check-in. And I will check in tomorrow with an update. Yay! I'm so glad. So we've put the lacquer on. So it dried up a little lighter, but then once we've put the lacquer on, it's actually gone dark a bit. So it's kind of in between, which I love. So that's the wooden flooring. I've got to wait 72 hours now. We're going to put another layer on of lacquer to protect it. 72 hours before I can put anything in here, which I really can't wait to, but otherwise it can damage the lacquer. So I'm not going to do that. But yes, first thing done, next to paint and style the room. So that is the flooring done, so I'm going to leave it here. In the next vlog I will hopefully have some of the painting beginning, which I'm really excited, and also maybe the start of the bathroom. So fingers crossed. Thank you so much for watching as ever, and if you haven't subscribed, please do.